you reveal your predestination? There are three factors that shape our predestination as a whole. The first one you already know from our previous lesson. It is your past lives. Who you were in the past incarnations determines who you are now, what talents and skills you possess. If you were an artist in your past incarnation, all you need is a brush and easel, and your hand itself draws something very beautiful in this life. If you were a dancer, just turn on the music and you start dancing immediately. If you were an orator in your past life, it's very easy for you to communicate and interact with people. Wherever you find success in life, it is the experience of your past lives. Look around you. We are all so different. Someone dances beautifully, someone draws beautifully, someone is good in numbers. Someone else, on the contrary, does not know how to multiply 2 by 2. That person is completely unable to deal with numbers. Or there are some who cannot catch the beat of music. If you turn the music on, they just can't hear it right. Or the person is not able to carry a tune. My dear, our talents are determined by the experience of our past lives. Here is your first tool to discover your predestination. The first thing you need to do to reveal your predestination is learning to do everything you have accumulated in your past lives. Everything you do well and easily is experience from your past lives. You need to try your hand at each of them to begin forming the basis of your talents and skills on which you will stand firmly with both feet. And keep revealing your predestination. Why? No matter how talented you are, you will come across something you can't do sooner or later. Maybe you've already experienced it. If it has happened, then you should move in this very direction. Exactly the area where it is very difficult for you. You will develop new skills through hard work, thus increasing the number of your talents. If you reincarnate again, you will be able to do it more easily in your next life. You know the secret of a talented man now. In fact, a talented person is just a person with a very experienced soul. If you have already had many lives, then you have a lot of different skills, talents, and abilities, which you can reveal easily in this life. How do you know who you were in your past lives? Interested? My dear, this requires doing an individual practice. Perhaps it will be karmic diagnostics, or predestination diagnostics, or possibly the practice your teacher will recommend you so you will know your predestination, your past incarnation. You might even see them. We can take power and energy from past incarnations. Imagine that you were a powerful magician in your previous incarnation. You feel like you can do something magical, but you don't know how yet. Take the power from this incarnation and start working wonders. It's certainly something you want to learn. The most important thing is that it's possible. You just need to learn about your past lives. Do you know how? Don't worry, we'll teach you everything. So, the first factor of your past life determines your predestination. The second factor is your cosmogram. Do you know what this is? It's a cosmic passport, also dauntingly called natal chart. My dear, perhaps you know what a horoscope is. You know your zodiac sign, right? You know the year you were born. Well, that's only 1/1000th of your real horoscope. Seriously, it's only the smallest part of it. Did you read the horoscope for your zodiac sign or your birth year? Have you noticed anything that describes you? This is just the position of the sun and a certain sign the day you were born. But there are other planets in our sky. These planets occupied a certain place in the sky when you were born. Picture this. The planets are constantly moving around the sun, moving in space. This movement is infinite and never stops, but the moment you're born, there's a stop. Imagine that someone took a picture of the sky at the moment of your birth. At this point, this is your cosmogram. Every position of every planet in one sign or another at the moment of your birth determines your character. It determines how temperamental you are. For example, if you have a good station of Mars, a militant planet, you are a very active person. If Mars' station is, let's say, negative, you may be a truculent person. If you have a beautiful station of Venus, then you may be the woman who pays a lot of attention to her appearance, beauty, and care for yourself. Do you understand? If you have a good or powerful station of the moon, you probably have the skills of a medium and enjoy privacy. It concerns every planet. Jupiter gives you wealth, Saturn gives you structural properties, or, on the contrary, they take it all away if they have a bad station. I'm not going to tell you the whole mystery of the horoscope now because it's a very big art. Astrology is a real science. We certainly pay attention to that. You can come to our seminars and ask one of our teachers to make a cosmic passport for you. You can ask to make a natal chart for you and show your cosmogram. It will tell you a lot about yourself. So, you know what to do. Write down the second things to do. Find out your cosmogram at our seminar. This is very important. The third factor that defines your predestination in this life is karma. It's the karma of your lineage, both of male and female lines. You contain the power and problems of your lineages, your parents, your father and mother. It is all your ancestors have done in the past incarnations, grandparents, great-grandparents. All this is reflected on you now. That is why we often see a daughter repeating her mother's fate. She lives the life just like her mother's. She has the same problems with men. She chooses wrong partners for relationships, truculent ones, maybe an alcoholic. Or she may have loans, debts, and diseases. Do you understand? Scientists have already proved that genetic diseases are inherited. We have it in our genes, our chromosomes, our DNA. That's what scientists can see under a microscope. However, there exists something scientists can't see. My dear, it is a karmic history that lasts for several generations. As a rule, 7 previous generations affect you now, 7 generations of your ancestors. Can you believe it? It may not be measured with instruments, but you inherit some character traits from your parents, don't you? Alcoholism or some other psychological illness is very often inherited. Not physiological, but psychological ones. My dear, all of this is because of the karma of your lineage. You, who are reading this now, you are the very person who can purify the entire karma of your lineage. Why? Since you are interested in your predestination and know it is important for you to understand the meaning of your life, it means that you have a huge power inside to reveal your mission, to realize it, to purify the karma of your lineage and show all the power of your past incarnations in this life. If you don't believe me, you will have a chance to see for yourself through a practice we will do at the end of this lesson. A story of our student Anna is very demonstrative in this regard. Anna was in a very difficult financial situation. She had debts, loans, and 2 children to support. That's why she had 2 jobs, one as a cashier in a shop and another as a cleaner at the same shop. She stayed after her shift to clean up, thus she received 2 salaries so that she had at least some money to repay the loans and feed her children. Anna had a very difficult situation in her lineage. Her family used to be very rich, but during the revolution, all their property was taken away. But her mother always told her, "Anna, we are poor but proud." Thanks to this education, Anna was completely unable to accept help. She could not ask anyone for help, and if help was offered, she always refused. That's why she was very lonely at 35. She had 2 children, but she felt empty, unfulfilled, longing. Though there was a huge power inside of her. When Anna came to our seminar for the first time, during the individual practice, they told her she had the power of a shaman inside. They revealed to her that she had the ability to communicate with the spirits. What she had to do is be outside all the time. She needs to be in the woods as much as possible to get filled with strength and energy from nature. Then she will be able to create her true fate and truly be happy. Do you think Anna believed that? She did always feel that power inside of her. She did always love going out when she was a child. She just ran off into the woods and could even spend 1 or 2 days there. Everyone was always looking for her, but the girl had a craving for it. However, she forgot about it completely when her children were born, when her husband left her with debts. She said, "Where could it come from? I just don't have time for it. Nature? Forest? What are you talking about? I work from morning to night. When I come home, I only feed my children and sleep." She refused to follow the recommendations because she just couldn't find time for it. But she agreed to join our seminar, but not any ordinary seminar. Our seminar at the place of power. Anna joined. She could feel her shamanic power as she practiced in the forest. Her shaman from her past life gave her such energy that all the spirits in the forest filled her with health. She actually started looking about 10 years younger. She was shining and started smiling finally. Her hair started to shine before our very eyes. It was some kind of magic. She has been transformed both externally and internally in just 2 days of the seminar. Can you believe it? Having revealed all her power, all her strength, she got herself a magic talisman, a special amulet with a spirit living inside, her totem animal. After the seminar, she put on this amulet and came to work. She sat at a cash register, and the first man who just walked up to the cash register stood there looking at her with his mouth opened. She said, "Are you going to pay, sir?" He was like, "Just a second." He couldn't even get the money out of his wallet. He was so fascinated by her. He asked her out right away. Confused, Anna replied, "I can't, I'm working." The man turned out to be persistent. He waited for her after work and invited her to dinner. That day, she left the shop, never to return there again. Because she discovered who she really is, thanks to the power she received from her past incarnations, she was able to fix the karma of her lineage. She was able to learn to accept help. That man really helped her. He's taking care of her and her children now. They moved into a new house. Can you guess what Anna's doing now? Anna is fulfilling her predestination. She helps people. She helps organize our shamanic seminars. Thus, she learns from the best shamans. She learned from the big white shaman. She feels the true realization in life, revealing her abilities and her power. Do you want the same? You want to get rid of all the problems in your life? Discover your power, take it from past incarnations and realize it in this life. Would you like that? My dear, it's in your hands. Now you and I are going to do one practice that will help you feel what power lies within you, dormant. Before we perform the practice and feel your predestination, you need to understand that you have no limitations in this life. You can be anything you want. Of course, we always rely on the circumstances of the present. We think, if I have such difficulties or problems now, then I will be able to improve my life just a little bit in the future. No, your predestination and your mission are far greater than you can imagine. Your strength, your talents, and skills are so great that your consciousness cannot even grasp it. This is why we're going into your subconscious now. Promise me you won't limit yourself, okay? So take a deep breath. Exhale calmly. Close your eyes. Breathe deeply and calmly. Maximum deep breath and exhalation. Hear the enchanting sounds of the music of transformation. This music penetrates inside you. It penetrates into every cell of your body. It permeates your entire being. Your whole body seems to dissolve. You don't have any restrictions or even limitations on your own body. Breathe, absorbing the sounds of music along with prana and the energy that is now directed at you. Imagine an endless space with its billions of stars, galaxies, endless space, where whole worlds are created. Anything is possible in there. All the wonders you can imagine can happen to you. Continue to breathe as deeply as possible, absorbing the energy of space, absorbing the sounds of music. On the exhale, see the pictures of your future appearing in space. See the power that comes to you from past incarnations. See it realized in this life. Feel the power of your lineage. You are the elder of your lineage, capable of changing the fate of your entire family, all your loved ones. Feel it. See a picture of your future, of the future of your family. Anything is possible for you in this world. There are no restrictions. There is only an endless space of possibilities that are now rushing towards you. Inhale them by absorbing the power that comes to you. On the exhale, direct it into your body, into your energy field and into your present life. Take another breath and exhale. Feel yourself filled with power, filled with a great mission, a fate that you have to fulfill. Open your eyes. There's a power flowing out of your eyes now. Your eyes now contain a healing energy. Every person you look at today will get that energy from your eyes. They will receive the power, the power you're translating around you now. Make sure you hug the people you care for today. Tell them how much you love them. Give them all the energy you've got. You don't have to tell them all your visions. They may not be able to understand you or support you in your spiritual aspirations. It doesn't matter. Just give them your love. Say how much you love them and give them a gentle hug. My dear, you are a source of great power. You have a great mission, and it's time for you to implement it. When you perceive yourself, reveal your skills, it affects all your relatives. It affects your loved ones. They may not believe in what you're doing. They may not support you or even judge you. It doesn't matter. Forgive them. And just bring love into this world. I will tell you where all your power is stored and how to realize it in this world in the next lesson. Do this practice several times. Do it every day. Feeling this power that comes to you from your past incarnations in the form of picture of the future. The more frequently you do it, the more energy you will receive from the surrounding space, and the faster you will be able to realize your predestination. My dear, you will soon learn all the details of your past lives. We look forward to seeing you at our seminars. Do individual rituals during which you can travel through your lives and collect the most powerful forces and skills that you certainly have. I'll see you soon.
We invite you to join spiritual seminars, workshops, and retreats hosted by the Leader Masters. Reveal your superpowers, find your predestination, and accumulate power to gain well-being and bring your goals to life. Send an email saying, "I want to join the seminar" to our mailbox, and we will give you all the information. See you soon!